Thank you very
Our
much.
next guest actually grew up with a father who appeared to be a typical dad. But as we just heard, many serial killers and their suspects live normal lives and hide in plain sight. Kerri Rawson eventually found out that her father, Dennis Rader, was the notorious BTK killer. Rader lived a secret life of violence for decades until 2005, when police arrested him. He pleaded guilty to 10 murders spanning 2 decades. Kerri is a survivor who now advocates for other crime, abuse, and trauma victims, and she joins us now. Kerri, good to see you again and to have you back on the show. You say one of the first things you asked when you heard about the news of this arrest was, does he have a family?
Thanks for having me again. Yeah, I heard Friday, and then, of course, my phone was blowing up, and I was elated that they had caught, sort of this myth, like, uncatchable person in the Long Island cases, and we're still, finding out how involved this is. And then instantly my question was, does he have a family? And then when I heard that he has a wife and children, it brings it all back for me. And it sort of, it rips your heart out, because you're sitting here knowing not exactly, but what your family went through and what I can still go through. And now it's like they're going through it, and it's not something you would wish on your worst enemy. And it's very hard to know there's people in the world right now going through this thing that you went through.
Kerri, we just heard from the police commissioner that the wife and the children were shocked. And said, apparently, according to him, had no idea what was going on. You know that there are people out there in the world who say, come on, how could they not have known? They should have known. Did that happen to you? And can you understand why people might ask those questions?
Oh, we still get asked that. Like, my mother still gets accused, of hiding things or being involved. And like, my bottom line answer is that if anybody's saying, like, in my family or this family had come across anything like this, evidence of a crime or had any suspicions, you basically would have gone running out of the house screaming to the police. The reality is that these people, as your last guest said, are very good at lying and presenting themselves in a certain manner. My father is a pathological liar, narcissist, sexual sadistic psychopath. He lies like he breathes, and so you have no idea when you're around him that he's lying. And literally, they took truckloads of stuff out of my house. They're doing that in Rex's house. My house was a little bit disorganized in places. There were things you didn't go into, closets. There were locked boxes. You didn't go into my dad's stuff. I know people say it sounds crazy, but the reality is my family went through it. His family's going through it. Other families have. We're not lying when we say we had no idea.
Right. Yeah. And right now we're seeing police going through this secret, vault down in the basement that was behind a cabinet. So similar to what your family, experienced, there were secret places that were off limits that you didn't even know exist, perhaps. You've been through this before. What is this family going through right now in these early days? I mean, they're still taking apart that house and those storage lockers. And I'm not sure if the wife and the children have gone to visit Rex Heuermann in jail, where he's proclaiming his innocence, or not. But this has been a real thunderbolt in their lives.
They have every right to go visit him. I would be surprised if they do right away. Part of it is the privacy, so that, like, you're dealing with massive media cameras, certain outlets that are not very, like, privacy protecting types, like people that stalk you. And so it's very risky to say show up somewhere like a prison. They're dealing with legal issues. They're needing a lawyer if they don't have one. You're dealing with massive financial issues. How are you going to afford a criminal defense? Do you turn this person over to public defenders like we did for my dad? There was no way we could have afforded a defense. Literally, my mother walked out of the house with her clothes on her back. She had to ask the law enforcement to go back in and get her purse. She needed her asthma medicine. That's the reality. They scoop you out of someplace and take you somewhere to interview you. So literally, my family had to go back and get clothes for her and her stuff. She never spent another night in that house. I can't imagine Rex's wife will ever step really foot in that house again, except maybe to clean it out eventually. Right now, it's just, you're juggling so much and you're traumatized. It's just an immense amount to put on anybody.
Heuermann, as I said, told police he didn't do it. He's likely telling his family the same thing. These people have spent their entire lives living with this man. In his daughter's case, she's working with him as well. Tell me what this was like for you, wrestling in those early hours and days with what you thought was the truth, and then hearing the evidence and charges of what in fact was the truth.
I liken it now to like before and after. So there's this delineation point before my dad was arrested and after, and I still will talk to everybody. I'll say before or after, and I just mean before his arrest, before I knew he was a serial killer, after. You're spending basically I've spent the last 18 years in hindsight land applying these little pieces of puzzle things that come out. Still today, things are coming out, and you go back and you apply it and you go, okay, what did I miss? You know, when I was 6 years old, what did I miss when he murdered the neighbor lady down the street? Like, I know he wasn't home. You're sitting there early on trying to alibi your father, and then you're putting these pieces together, and then it's like you're just ripping in two as you're starting to come to terms with these things. And in the case of Rex's family, he's been accused of 3. We're pretty sure on the 4th. And there could be so many more. Like we don't even know. We're just at the very beginning. And unfortunately, his family is just facing so much going forward. I don't even begin to imagine how bad this potentially could be.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.